And good afternoon, everyone. This is Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor. My name is Jim, and this is the Friday afternoon QSO-VLOG network. This is a directed network, and I'm net control. If at any time during this net should an emergency arise, please notify net control, and we'll stand by and allow those in need to access this frequency. Is there any priority or emergency traffic at this time? And hearing nothing, we will continue. This net is all about ham radio and being all that you can be. That's what our QSO-VLOG network is all about, trying to help people achieve the best sounding station possible. Thanks for dropping by. FYI, my background is 50 years in commercial broadcasting, where a lot of big bucks are spent on audio processing equipment and getting it set up correctly to get the loudest, fullest sounding station possible. Well, long story short, when I became a ham radio operator, I could hear immediately a large discrepancy in on-air technical proficiency. A lot of stations were running with very poor mic equalization, very muddy, with little articulation. And as I continued to work stations, I realized most of the stations were also running very low average peak modulation, many around 30% of average peak modulation. So with my background, I felt I could help, or at least try. I knew that most modern-day ham transceivers did have enough onboard processing equipment to be able to overcome most all of the problems. So it would just be a matter of developing a generic dynamic range setup procedure and then adjusting the onboard EQ gear. And so I started the QSO-VLOG network with the phrase, "If you have a radio you want to check out, give us a shout." And today we're currently featuring over 1,950 QSO-VLOG Aircheck recordings. Our mission statement for the network is to establish a higher technical level of radio transmissions of the human voice by the intelligent utilization of available electronics in current amateur radio transceivers. Our setup, while generic in nature, converts the average 10 dB dynamic range transmitter with an average 30% of peak modulation to a much fuller 3 dB dynamic range with an average 80 to 85% of peak modulation. This substantial boost in audio transmit level is extremely beneficial in high noise levels and heavy QRM. It allows you to punch through when others fail. The second part of our transmitter setup has to do with proper mic equalization. We're looking to optimize the transmitted voice for a higher degree of intelligibility through the use of EQ patterns that bring out the articulation aspects of the human voice. Again, why need to hear the voice if you can't understand the words? Also this afternoon on the receive side, we're running 4 Internet SDR receivers, monitoring New York, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Virginia, trying to get the best copy from our 100-watt friends. Now the audio from these 4 SDR receivers comes up on a 6-position rotary selector. Also on this selector is our local receiver audio. And today our local receiver is running 3 large 10-foot vertical magnetic loop antennas, one aimed at 0 degrees, one aimed at 90 degrees, and the other aimed at 134 degrees. In addition, 2 of the 3 may be rotated separately. They are selected by a 6-position rotary selector. Also today on the transmit side, we'll be running our no SWR specially oriented dipole antenna. One leg of this dipole is broadside to Montreal, Canada. The other leg is broadside to Miami, Florida. As we were constructing our station, our mantra was 20 over from Montreal to Miami with a hotspot through the Carolinas. And although conditions may vary, the general performance of this antenna supports its mission. Also today, we'll be running our input source indicator. So when we switch from an Internet SDR receiver to our local receiver, you'll be able to hear the switch and see the switch. You'll have to check it out on our YouTube QSO-VLOG video. And as we come together for another Friday afternoon QSO-VLOG network, let us pause just a moment for the amateur radio operator's prayer. Lord, we pray for clear 20 over S9 communications today. Let all our transmissions fill the air and reach their destinations QSA-5 to be understood by all. And as we pray for good radio conditions, let us also pray for good human conditions. During this time of pandemic that has challenged us all, we pray that you will protect everyone, especially our elderly. And also, Lord, we seek your divine intervention to bring peace to a very divided United States. As we go through a very conflicting time in America's history, with dark clouds all around, we pray that you will reduce life's daily political QRM between our brothers and sisters. And through your love and guidance, show us the way to find peace and harmony. Help us to communicate with one another 20 over S9. Thank you, Lord, and God bless and protect America. Amen. To continue, since this is an area of the band where we have many nets trying to operate in a very confined area, I would appreciate all stations checking into our QSO-VLOG net to keep their bandpass to no wider than 100 to 2900. Again, please, no wider than 100 to 2900. This is the Friday afternoon QSO-VLOG network. And now let's check in and see if Charlie, K1GZL, is on frequency to bring us up to date on the latest 40-meter band propagation. Charlie's QTH is up north in northern New Hampshire, near the Canadian border. Charlie, got a copy?
Yes, Jim. Copy? Yes, Jim. Beautiful copy. You're running 10 over 9, 15 over 9 direct. I am not on my quad. That is still out of service, although I did receive a new balun this afternoon, and we hope to get that employed. Beautiful day. We had a low of -2 degrees below zero. Some of the lower elevations, due to temperature inversion, those temperatures were down to 15 below zero this morning, and right now we are running at 20 degrees under clear skies. Okay, I've got an interesting tape, and this involves Jim, WA3FET. Then I have something else I want to pass on to you, which I found extremely wonderful. But anyway, first of all, which SDR are you copying better on, and are you copying okay? Yeah, go ahead.
Charlie, I'll get you a good copy on Milford. Roger, Roger.
A good copy on Milford. Roger, Roger.
Okay, Roger. And now, this is Jim, WA3FET, that at home, and also he's transmitting through at one point. There are 2 points. I have him recorded on the contest station. At home, he has a dipole, I think at about 60 feet, and at the contest station 20 miles away, he has an inverted V at about 170, 180 feet above the top of a mountain, and putting them both together, you'll hear something very, very strange. But anyway, this is K1GZL, and here is Jim, recorded 2 days ago on the 22nd here of December. Here he is.
WA3FET, operating a remote station on top of a tall mountain in central Pennsylvania, and my name is Jim. The call WA3FET, like the transistor, and we're operating a remote station. The other station's about 20 miles away, and you'll hear the delay between my home station and this station because of going through the internet. Okay, right now I am on both stations at the same time. This is WA3FET from the home station, and also the mountain station, which is about 20 or 30 miles away. And right now I am only on the home station. I'm only on the home station. And now we're back on both stations. And now we're back just on the mountain. K1GZL, WA3FET, and I wonder, could you hear any echo, Charlie?
Yeah, I sure could. Jim, how did that come through? Go ahead.
Oh, sure, I could hear that echo. It sounded like about an eighth of a second delay, but, and they were both about the same signal strength, Roger.
And they were both about the same signal strength, Roger.
Roger, Roger, and that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Okay, now remember, let me tell you a story. Remember, I was telling you about this terrible line noise I have on 20 meters. And there was one time about maybe 3 months ago or 2.5 months ago that Captain Mike, who had been, who knew about Annette helping out. What she does, Annette is in charge for the whole state of New Hampshire on interference, radio frequency interference, and all types of interference coming through on the lines and so on. And she also dispatches out various trucks all through New Hampshire to try to service these stations, and she's been up there. They've been up here a number of times to try to fix it out. But okay, there was one. This is K1GZL. There was one a particular episode. Captain Mike was on at the time as she called me up. So I told, of course, Captain Mike knew all about Annette and all the help she had given. I just held the telephone up to the large speaker up on the wall, and Captain Mike, somewhere over in Nebraska at 37,000 feet, talked to Annette and thanked Annette for the help, because when they were up here with their trucks, I would be on the phone with people making various changes and see if we could eliminate the noise. All right. So I get a call about 5 days ago, from Annette. And believe it or not, she took the test and passed all three examination technician, the general, and the extra. And believe it or not, her call, the call she was randomly given, was KA1RFI, radio frequency interference, radio frequency interference. Can you imagine such a thing? The chances of this happening are astronomically low. But there, she has the call, and she's working with interference, and she got the call of RFI. Go ahead.
That was at least 1,000,000 to 1 shot as far as the odds of her getting an RFI call sign, and that's what she does. Just amazing, Charlie.
And that's what she does. Just amazing, Charlie.
Absolutely, it blew my mind. So many crazy things happen that fall right into place. Like the one time I was on one of your programs here quite a while ago, that the chances were 1,000,000 to 1 on this fellow that knew my brother. Here's thousands of fellows waiting to get on the Lake Champlain, the first carrier I was on of free in a 7-month period. Back in 1953, and so hot in Japan, the sweat was rolling off of us, and I ran into this tall fellow, Dan Peters, and I said, by chance, you're not on the Lake Champlain, are you? And he says, yes, I am. I've only been on it about a month or so. Tell me if it's chicken. I mean, is it easy on there? And can you find yourself around? Because I hadn't been on yet. You know, I'm at lunchtime, and the heat is rolling off both of us. So he says, yes, it takes a while to get used to it. And I'm now more familiar with it. I said, by the way, how long have you been in the Navy? He says, well, I've been in about 4 months. 4 months. I said, well, that's interesting. Been in 4 months. That's interesting. I said, where did you go through boot camp? And he says, well, I went through boot camp at Great Lakes Naval Training Center. I said, you know, that's interesting. My brother also went through Great Lakes Navy Training Center about 4 months ago. And if I remember right, he was in company 464. He froze in place and looked, and I had just introduced myself a short time ago. He looked at me and he says, was your brother Jimmy Morgan? I said, my God, you knew my brother. Not only did I know your brother, he slept over me. Good heavens, we both froze in our tracks. KC9VKV, K1GZL, and boy, that was something else.
Roger, Charlie. There's another one of those 1,000,000 to 1 odds stories. I mean, can you imagine how many soldiers there were out of that many that they would have experienced that proximity, Roger?
You know, it's interesting on that question because this stuff happens too often. But I find it fascinating as I do life itself. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Just when you think you've heard it all, here comes a new, an absolutely new twist to it, Roger.
Oh, absolutely, Roger. Well, look, I'm holding this too long, and I don't want to hog everything here, so let me sign with you here, and I'll try to catch you next Friday. We'll try to catch you next Friday there, Jim, and just keep up the good work that you're doing for all the hams. But we live in very interesting times. That's about all these things we can say about it. KC9, there goes my voice, KC9VKV, K1GZL, Clarksville, Northern New Hampshire.
Roger, Charlie 73 of that way, sir. Thanks for dropping by on our KC9VKV Christmas Eve 2021 QSO-VLOG Network show. We'll catch you next Friday, hopefully, and between now and then, I hope Santa's very nice to you, Roger.
Oh, absolutely, Jim, the same to you. I hope you have many Christmases and New Years that are good. Here you are.
KC9VKV Christmas Eve 2021 QSO-VLOG Network show. We'll catch you next Friday, hopefully, and between now and then, I hope Santa's very nice to you, Roger.
Okay, the same to you, Jim. I hope that came through. KC9VKV, K1GZL, we are clear. It's been perfect.
Roger, Charlie, thank you so very much. And it's been kind of a madhouse back here at Control. I have a date board that has, my group Aircheck and the date on it, and somehow during the fury of trying to get set up, I forgot to change the date, so it was showing 12/17. So there's been a mass movement around the control room to try to correct the date, but it is showing now 12/24/21. So, and I thank you so much for helping me out and covering for me while I was doing that, Roger.
Oh, Anytime, Jim. We're here to help, and as we all are, I hope. And let's hope there'll be more peace in the world as time goes on. As time goes on. I'm testing for modulation purposes. 73, Jim, K1CZL, we are off.
Roger, Charlie, 73, sir. This is KC9VKV. My name is Jim, better known in some circles as Dr. VKV. And we are recording now live till 5, so if you have a radio you want to check out, give us a shout. We'll post this recording up on YouTube in the next couple of days. So when you go to YouTube, just do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. That's KC9VKV logbook on a YouTube search, and that will take you to our QSO-VLOG page, where you'll find 1,950 QSO-VLOG recordings. This recording will be number 1 at this week. So just go to YouTube, do a call letter search, KC9VKV, followed by the QSO-VLOG. The net word is logbook. So it's KC9VKV logbook. I'm trying to remember all these things. Anyway, this is the 2021 Christmas Eve QSO-VLOG network. Not sure about how much traffic we're going to have today. I know this is Christmas Eve and a lot of folks running around, but we shall see. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
You want to check out, give me a shout.
Mobile in Alabama.
I have a Mobile in Alabama. Mobile in Alabama, come back slowly phonetically with your call sign.
Slowly phonetically with your call sign.
Well, Jim, great to hear you and maybe hear Charlie. Listeners to both of you. I know Charlie's been up to his house in the my name is Bill, Bravo, India, Lima, Bill. Mobile has just entered Alabama, coming in from the north, and we're heading down to Montgomery, Alabama for Christmas and New Year's. Hopefully you're hearing me okay. Over.
Roger, Roger. I only caught part of the call sign. I caught the Lima. Could you come back one more time slowly phonetically with the call sign?
Slowly phonetically with the call sign.
Yeah, the call here is November Golf 1 Papa. November Golf 1 Papa. My call is NG12. November Golf 1 Papa.
Copy. November Golf 1 Papa. Is that a Roger?
Golf 1 Papa. Is that a Roger?
Roger.
And what's the name there?
Yeah, the name is Bill. Bravo, India, Lima, Bill. Is the name, over.
Roger, Bill. And what region are you transmitting from at this moment?
Yeah, I am Mobile 4 in Alabama, northern Alabama.
All righty, I copy. You're transmitting from the number 4 region. Is that a Roger?
The number 4 region, is that a Roger?
Yeah, Roger, in the state of Alabama. Sweet home, Alabama. Over.
Yes, sir, Bill. Well, I've got you blinking on my regional detector map in the number 4 region, so there you go. And what radio are you running in that Mobile?
Yeah, Roger. It's Yazoo, boy, what is this radio? It's a Yazoo mobile rig, Aircheck only. The head removed on it is the FT, I don't even remember.
Is it frequency in use?
Frequency is in use, sir. Thank you. Okay, so Bill, I got FT. Is that as far as what you know at the moment, or did I miss something?
Mobile radio, mobile over.
I missed a part of that. Try it one more time, Bill.
Yeah, okay, it's Yazoo mobile radio, over.
All right, Yazoo mobile radio. I've got that noted, and I'll enter that in the log that way. And you, what's your destination there, Bill?
What's
Headed for Montgomery, Alabama. That a Roger?
Headed for Montgomery, Alabama. That a Roger?
All right. Well, I copy you about 3 S units over my noise level, between 2 and 3 S units over my noise level, so I could copy most everything. Roger?
I could copy most everything. Roger?
Yeah, okay. You're 10 dB over S9. 10 dB over S9. You're well above my noise floor. Probably 15 dB above my noise floor. Great signal. No time at all here, Jim, whatsoever. Just running 100 watts. 100 watts out of the motorhome. In the motorhome, traveling in Alabama. Left out of Maine late or yesterday morning at 2 a.m. Left out of Maine at 2 a.m. Yesterday morning. So we're driving down from the state of Maine for a couple of weeks, and then we'll be back up there again. Back to you, Jim. Hopefully you can copy. It looks like you're having a hard time with me. Over.
Yes, sir, Bill. I hope you have a very uneventful trip. No major problems, and all good luck, and I hope you arrive for Christmas. I guess that's your destination and reason, Roger?
Your destination and reason, Roger?
Roger. My older son lives in Alabama, and that's where we're going. So we'll visit my older son, who is getting married on New Year's Eve. Coming down here for Christmas, and she's getting married on New Year's Eve. So the marriage part is the big deal, obviously. 7-3, Jim. I'll let you continue with the net. Thanks for getting me in here. Merry Christmas to you and Charlie. And hopefully Charlie can hear me. But anyhow, Merry Christmas, overall.
Yes, sir. 73 to you, sir. Have a very good trip, and we'll catch you next Friday if you get a chance to drop by. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon QSO-VLOG net, and this is the 2021 Christmas Eve QSO-VLOG network, we might add. And if you happen to have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Have a radio you want to check out? Give me a shout.
Okay, I went through my local antennas and also my Milford and Rochester, copying nothing. Tried one more time. This is KC9VKV. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Radio you want to check out? Give me a shout.
The Kilo Delta 4 station, come back slowly, phonetically with your call sign.
Slowly, phonetically with your call sign.
Kilo Delta 4 Bravo Oscar.
Is that Bravo Oscar Oscar or just Bravo Oscar?
Bravo Oscar Oscar or just Bravo Oscar?
Bravo Oscar Alpha.
Bravo Oscar Alpha. Roger, Roger.
Oscar Alpha. Roger, Roger.
QSO.
Yes, sir. And what's the name there?
Yes, sir. And what's the name there?
Well, this is Mike from West Palm Beach. Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Is that my mic down there?
Is that my mic down there?
QSO. Merry Christmas, Uncle Jim.
Merry Christmas, Mike. My nephew down in West Palm Beach. You're making the trip, buddy. I've got, you're making the trip all the way up to Milford, Pennsylvania. That's where I'm using an SDR to copy you, Roger.
SDR to copy you, Roger.
Yeah. 991. But I'm not going to tie up your show here. I just wanted to check in and say Merry Christmas, Uncle Jeff.
Thank you, Mike, for dropping by. And if you want to hear your radio, gosh, you were about 6 dB over my noise level, or actually over the Milford, Pennsylvania noise level. Gosh, why don't you tell me what you like about your radio? We get just a little bit more recording done, Roger.
Just a little bit more recording done, Roger.
Okay, Jim. No, this is a brand new radio for me. I've got it in a little Gator 6U case, along with a little auto tuner and a little switch mode power supply. so it makes for a nice little portable rig if I ever need to grab something away.
Roger, Mike. All right. And if you want to hear your radio, Mike, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV along with the word logbook, that will take you to our QSO-VLOG page. We got about 1,950 some odd recordings. This one will be right there towards the top. Be probably cut one on that search from YouTube for KC9VKV logbook. Roger?
Or KC9VKV logbook, Roger.
Very good deal. I'm going to check it out. You have a great one, and good luck with the balance of your holidays. 84
Roger, Mike, 73, sir. You have a great afternoon and a beautiful Christmas coming up for, a good time ahead by all. Hopefully, all things go well and no unfortunate anomalies. Santa arrives in time and everything is copacetic. 73, Mike. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon QSO-VLOG net. This is the 2021 Christmas Eve QSO-VLOG net. So if you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Kilo Echo 4, Oscar Tango Tango.
Oscar Tango station. Come back slowly phonetically with the call sign.
Come back slowly phonetically with the call sign.
Kilo Echo 4, Oscar Tango Tango.
Roger, Oscar Tango. What's the name there?
Roger, Oscar Tango. What's the name there?
And here is Mike.
Your name also Mike, Roger?
Your name also Mike, Roger?
Yes.
Roger, Mike. And what's your location and the radio that you're running?
Your location and the radio that you're running?
I'm in Winchester, Kentucky, about 12 miles outside of Lexington, Kentucky. I'm on a 570 Delta radio, 570 Kenwood Delta.
570D radio, and you're down there, whereabouts in Kentucky?
You're down there, whereabouts in Kentucky?
Winchester, Kentucky, like the Winchester rifle.
Ah, yes, I know Darrell down there on the that repeater in Winchester, Roger.
That repeater in Winchester, Roger.
Roger. It's AC4YD. Yeah, I belong to the club there.
Yes, sir. I usually work him about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I say, don't get up, Darrell, it's just me saying hello, KC9VKV. So, I'm sure he appreciates that at 2 o'clock in the morning, but, you gotta work a DX skip when it runs. You can't do it otherwise, Roger.
It runs. You can't do it otherwise, Roger.
Roger on that. Yeah, I'm aware of that. But you sound good. I'll get you at about a 20 over 9.
Yes, sir. Now, your radio looks good. Might double check a couple of settings if you want to maybe be a little bit fatter. Our setup starts with engaging your compressor at a 3. It's a token amount, but it does exactly what we need it to do. So our setup starts with the compressor on and at a 3. Roger?
You're on and at a 3. Roger?
Roger.
Alrighty, and then it moves to your ALC with mic gain in hand, and as you speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300, so you can get that ALC meter up to be able to read it. Adjust your mic level until your ALC meter is running mid-scale to 2/3. Mid-scale to 2/3 on the ALC meter by way of mic gain manipulation.
ALC meter by way of mic gain manipulation.
Okay, how's that?
Roger, Tango. Well, what you have to do is, you have to key down and then, do that on the mic and then adjust it by mic gain control. Roger? And
then adjust it by mic gain control. Roger?
Roger. Okay, we're doing it now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio. Hello.
That looked really good. That looked right at 3 dB, which is what we're looking for. Now, do you know how to get to your EQ page on that radio?
Get to your EQ page on that radio? No, sir, I sure don't.
All right, note to self, when you find out how to get to your EQ page, we want to go 2 clicks treble boost from where you are. Boost treble 2 clicks from wherever it is at the moment, Roger?
Clicks from wherever it is at the moment, Roger?
Roger, Roger. I appreciate it, Bill.
Yes, sir, 73 there, Mike, and you have a great Christmas, and say hello to everybody down that way for me.
Say hello to everybody down that way for me.
Okay, what is your first name?
Name is Jim, KC9VKV. Daryl probably knows me pretty well.
Knows me pretty well.
Roger, Roger. I'll tell him I talked to you. 73 to you, Merry Christmas. Kilo Echo 4 Oscar Tango Tango, back to net.
Roger, Roger, Mike. 73, sir. Merry Christmas. This is KC9VKV, the 2021 Christmas Eve QSO-VLOG network. And if you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
N4XRP.
Ah, yes, my favorite person tuning up there. We got him. I don't know. The problem is how to get rid of him. Anyway, N4, station, come back slowly with your call sign, slowly phonetically.
Slowly with your call sign, slowly phonetically.
Jim, I would know your voice anywhere. This is Don, Delta Oscar November, call sign, November 4, X-ray, Romeo, Papa, Louisville, Kentucky, over.
Yes, sir, Don. I have QRM. I have somebody laying on a carrier there that is giving me about a 40 over. I don't know why they need to tune up on an active frequency. It's not polite to tune up on an active frequency. Don, what radio are you running, sir?
Frequency. Don, what radio are you running, sir?
I am running an ICOM 7300. And I'm using an off-center fed dipole currently. Aren't you in Jeffersonville, Jim? Over.
No, I'm downriver from that a little bit. I'm in New Albany, just across from downtown Louisville, Roger.
Just across from downtown Louisville, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. I haven't heard you on the 8.5 machine in a long time. Where have you been? Over.
Well, I don't know. It's been coming and going, doing the best I can. You know, we've really been pretty busy here with a lot of different stuff that's going on, and we're about to catch up, and hopefully, you know, I won't be quite as derelict on the 850, Roger.
Derelict on the 850, Roger.
Roger. Well, I would know your voice anywhere. That beautiful broadcast voice of yours. I haven't talked to you in a long time. But anyway, just put up an off-center fed dipole, Jim. And running 100, well, about 100 watts. And this 7, at the antenna, over.
I just went to my local antenna, Don. Gosh, you just blew me away. So why don't you come back and we'll get a nice recording now that I'm on my local antenna. Why don't you tell me the best thing you like about your radio?
Oh, gosh, Jim, let's see. The best thing I like about the ICOM 7300, I guess, would be the simplicity of use. Very simple radio to use. Not so simple to master, but pretty simple radio. You get it out of the box, hook it up to a power supply, hook up an antenna to it, you're on the air. That would be the best thing I could say about the radio. It's compact. It's just a very nice radio. I've had numerous rigs, but I think this one may be the one that I like most of all. Over.
Roger, Roger. Sounds really good. Now, just to check a couple of things on our setup procedure. First is to engage your compressor there at about a 3. It's a token amount. You'll never hear it on the air, but it helps to get our modulation index up where we wind up with it at the end. So compressor on and add a 3, Roger.
Roger. I just turned the compressor down from 5 to 3. Is that any better?
Yes, sir. Three, well, actually, three will give you the same thing as six without the suck up between words. If you're talking about just the activation of the compressor activity on the word, a three will do as well as a six without sucking up between the words. So once we have the compressor on and at a three, move to our ALC with mic gain in hand, and as you speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300, adjust your mic gain until your ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3. And we speak fairly quick cadence to get that ALC meter up so we can see what it's doing. So mic gain control, manipulation to give that ALC meter mid-scale to 2/3 activity. Roger?
Roger on that. The mic gain currently, Jim, is set at 98%. And by the way, you're running about between 30 and 40 over here, Jim. Are you on a 7300 over?
No. This is a vintage radio that's been pretty highly modified. This is a Yaesu 990 that's been pretty highly modified coming and going, and it does great frequency response on receive down to up to 100 cycles. Roger?
Roger. Well, it sounds really good, and when I was tuning across the band, I heard that voice. I said, I know that guy. I know who that is. That's Jim in New Albany. And as soon as you said New Albany, yeah, it dawned on me that, yes, you are in New Albany. Wow, isn't it a small world? Well, I'll tell you what, I've really enjoyed my 7300. I've only had it about a year and a half. And what happened was, when I first got it, I was on the air for about a month, 2 months maybe, and wind came along and blew my antenna down. And due to health problems, I didn't have anybody to help me put my antenna back up, so I was off the air for almost a year. Over.
Oh, Roger. Well, that's terrible. Now you got a lot of folks over in Louisville, the young men that are ready to help you, do whatever needs to be done. You just have to consult your local amateur radio league. Roger.
Roger. Yeah, I know it, and you know what? That's true. And I was just remiss in doing that. But wow, isn't it a small world? You know what? You really sound good on the air. What kind of antenna are you using, Jim? Over?
Well, I'll tell you, I've had a lot of antennas, but the antenna I'm running now and have been for the last 5 years on our QSO-VLOG net is a dipole, specially oriented dipole. One leg is broadside to Montreal, Canada, and the other leg is broadside to Miami, Florida. So, our mantra was, when we were constructing our station, was 20 over from Montreal to Miami with a hotspot through the Carolinas, and this antenna is definitely corresponding as planned. Roger?
Roger on that. Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, this off-center-fed dipole that I put up today, let's see, it's broadside to, oriented to north and south. Let me see if I've got that correct. The ends are north and south, which would mean it would be broadside from east to west, I guess. Is that right? Over?
Yes, sir. It radiates broadside to the antenna string, and depending on how it is. So if your antenna is north to south, you'll radiate east to west, and vice versa. Roger.
Roger on that. Yes, sir. That's what I thought. I sometimes get just a little bit confused, but anyway, the antenna isn't up very high, about 35 feet at the point of apex. I've got it where it's kind of an inverted V position. One end about 15 or so feet off the ground. Excuse me. The other end about 6 feet off the ground. But it seems to be doing okay. I'm pretty happy so far. Over.
Oh, Roger. Now, if you can get those dipoles, just work them right on down to where you can't see any SWR. The way I do it, I designate, I'm not using a transformer. I'm just running direct coax to the dipole. So on my ground side dipole, I use that to correct my SWR. So that leg I'm just chopping on, making good SWR adjustments. And of course, when I make movements on that, it changes the frequency. So I come back on the high side and bring it back onto frequency on the high side, then go back on the low side and continue to try to get my best SWR. So this antenna is running right at 0.05 SWR, Roger.
Roger on that. Wow, that's pretty impressive, Jim. I'll have to say, I have never used anything other than a wire antenna on HF. I've never had a beam
frequencies in use
thing but a wire antenna. Some sort of dipole, whether it's a fan dipole or whether it's an off-center fed dipole or just a dipole. But one good thing about this antenna is that you just hook it up to the back of the radio and go. You don't have to use a tuner. You can use the tuner on the radio, but you really don't need to. But it seems to be doing what I want it to do, and that makes me kind of happy because I haven't had much luck with antennas as of late. Have you got all your Christmas shopping done, Jim? Over?
Well, the wife is handling that, hopefully, and everything should be copacetic, though. The front entranceway to the hall is just lined, so I think everybody's been accounted for, Roger.
Yeah, Roger on that. Well, that sounds like what we do here. My wife handles 95% of the, well, I should say even more than that, of the Christmas shopping for the family. And the only one that I'm responsible for is my wife. So I finished her shopping today, and I'm glad I got it done. But I usually am a last-minute guy. I wait till the last minute. So, but anyway, I was just thinking about you the other day. I was on 2 meters, and matter of fact, I think I asked Bud, N9RMR, I think I asked him about you. He said he hadn't heard you on for a while. But, fancy that. I catch you on 40 meters. This is N4XRP.
Roger, Don. Well, I have 4 different positions around the house where I have, little Baofengs standing by ready to go. It's just, I just never have time to really sit down and do that. Today, I managed to get out and retune my, I have 3 10-foot vertical magnetic loops, and I had time today to get out there and double check the tuning on those. Those are, very critically tuned antennas. You have to be right on the snozzle there, and if you have rain, snow, and all that stuff, tends to do a little detuning. So you have to get out there and every once in a while just double check the tuning to try to keep it down. And get it tuned as best as possible. When it's right down there about 1.4, 1.3, that's a really hot antenna, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. I've heard a lot of good things about loop antennas. I've never had one. The best antenna that I've ever had was called a mystery antenna. You can Google it. It's they don't know really how it works, but it works really well. It's 135 feet long, I believe. And I had it at my old house where I had a lot of room. But believe it or not, the antenna that I'm talking on now, the off-center fed dipole, it's full length for 80 meters. So, but I've got a lot of room in my front yard. I've got a lot of mature trees, which helps a lot when it comes to pulling wire antennas up in the air. Roger.
Oh, roger that. Roger that. Well, like I say, I don't know of any antenna that is more efficient than the dipole antenna. It's just, I conducted a lot of tests, even down to my loops. I've got, like I say, those 3 10-foot vertical magnetic loops. Used them at 600 miles to double check A/B test between those and my my dipole, and invariably the dipole was 3 or 4 dB hotter than the mag loop. Occasionally the mag loop might do better, but by and large it was the dipole all the time. Roger.
Roger on that. I have toyed with the idea of a vertical, but I hear noisy, etc., etc. By the way, Jim, are you on this frequency right here? Do you normally hang out around this frequency? Over.
On Friday afternoons, about the only time that we're on this frequency for the QSO-VLOG net, between 3:30 and 5 on Friday afternoons, Roger.
Roger that. I'm going to mark that down. What net is it called again, Jim? Over.
It's the QSO-VLOG net, Friday afternoons, 3:30 till 5. Mainly, we do a lot of transmitter setups is our primary operation, Roger.
Roger. I didn't copy the last part of it. QSO what now? Over.
Primarily, we are a transmitter setup. We assist folks in reaching their best operation on their radios, transmitter-wise, Roger.
Roger that. That can help me a lot because I need to learn more about this 7300. I don't know as much as I really need to know. But anyway, well, look, I hate to run, but I'm going to have to go. My wife and I are going to Southeast Christian Church tonight to celebrate Christmas Eve. So I'm so happy I got to hear you and talk to you on 40 meters, Jim. Over.
Yes, sir, Don. And if you want to hear your radio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, along with the word logbook, it will take you to our QSO-VLOG page, where we have 1,950 some odd QSO-VLOG recordings. This recording will be right at the top, number 1. So that's a YouTube search for KC9VKV logbook. Roger?
Roger. Is that KC9GKV/logbook or no slash? Over.
No slash. And again, the call is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor space logbook.
I got it now. KC9VKV and space logbook. Correct?
Yes, sir. And we'll probably have it up by noon tomorrow. Usually we get this one up by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Roger that, Jim. Very good. Well, listen, I'm going to go. I'm going to say 73 to you and tell you it's been a real pleasure talking to you, and I hope to hear you again sometime soon. I'd like to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a safe one. KC9VKV in for XRP. 73, Jim. Good day.
Roger, Don. Just before you go, is that the supplied hand mic that you're running?
It is the hand mic that came with the radio. Yes, sir. Over.
Yes, sir. Best way to run that is pull it to the corner of your lips, let it touch the corner of your lips, and just talk across it. That way you'll avoid any transients or plosives, Roger.
Roger that. Does that sound any better? Over. Absolutely
perfect, Don.
Okay, I've got it touching my lip, and I'm talking across the microphone. Is that what you suggested? Over.
Yes, sir. That it's an electret condenser microphone, and if you talk directly into it, you'll get a lot of mouth noise. But working it from the corner of your lips across, it's just beautiful, Roger.
Roger that. I'm glad you told me that and made that suggestion. I will not forget it. I will continue to do so. All right, Jim. Best wishes. 73. And we'll do this again sometime soon. KC9VKV in New Albany, Indiana. This is M4XRP 73, Jim.
Roger, Don. Merry Christmas, 73, sir, and thanks for dropping by. Maybe if you get a chance, join us next Friday. This is the Friday afternoon QSO-VLOG net, as we record live from 3:30 till 5. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout. I'm not sure. There was 2 stations or 3 stations back in there. Not a station to try it again.
But let's look it up. I don't hear. So let's give my list.
Yeah, both stations are right there at the same level. But I could look around. I'm running 3 internet SDR receivers this afternoon. We weren't sure exactly how much activity we might have because it is Christmas Eve, so we were standing by to perhaps have some of our recorded QSOs, the better part of those that we could maybe air for, as a way of celebration of the QSO-VLOG net. But as long as we have active stations, we'll hold on that. So this is KC9VKV again. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
On the radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Fox 4, India, Romeo, November.
India Romeo station, come back slowly phonetically with your call sign.
Come back slowly phonetically with your call sign.
This is Charlie 4, IRN, Kilo Fox 4, India, Romeo, November, Richard in Georgia.
India Romeo, Georgia, is that?
So, is that?
Georgia. Calling Kilo Fox 4, India, Romeo, November. Name is Richard. I'm in Georgia.
Alrighty, India Romeo November in Georgia. Is that what's the first part of that call sign?
Georgia, what's the first part of that call sign?
First part of the call is KF4, Kilo Fox 4, India, Romeo, November.
Kilo Fox 4, India Romeo November in Georgia. And what's the name there?
Romeo November in Georgia. And what's the name there?
Name is Richard.
Yes, Roger Richard. And what radio are you running, sir?
Roger Richard. And what radio are you running, sir?
We are running a FT1000MP, just running about 105 watts, running a Buckmaster antenna up about 35 feet high, and running a high PR.
Alrighty, I just went looking there a little bit for a better path for us. If you would like, why don't you give me about 10 seconds and tell me about your antenna, Roger, and I'll see if I can find us a better path.
Antenna, Roger, and I'll see if I can find us a better path.
You're strong. Alright, very good. I got the antenna's up about 35 feet high, oriented, I think, more or less east and west. Just barefoot here, no power, running about the old Yaesu's give me about 108 watts out according to the LP100A.
Oh, roger that. Okay, I got you on my local antenna so I can hear you fairly well. If you would be interested in maybe a little fatter signal, it starts with you engaging your compressor at a 3. It's a token amount, but it's the beginning of our setup procedure. A compressor on and at a 3.
Yeah, I do have the compressor on. Let me see. Let me add a little bit more to it there. I think a little bit more compression there. Like I said, just a barefoot station here, and the only thing I got is a Heil PR781. Running about 108 watts right there, about 1.5 in SWR with the Buckmaster antenna. Nothing real fancy, just curious how the signal is.
Roger. Well, on my local antenna, you're about 15 over. So, so you've got your compressor on, engaged at a 3. Roger, Roger.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can do some more there. Well, it's probably a little bit more through, maybe about 4 o'clock right there. And the mic gain I'm watching on my ALC here is kind of peaking towards the top. Yeah,
just want about a third of that compressor. Just a third of that compressor, something you'd never hear on the air. But so if you have a 0 to 10 scale, it would be a 3. If you have a 0 to 100 scale, it'd be a 30. Roger.
I turned it down just a little bit there. Is that better, or does that work?
Well, it's less, but like I say, what we're looking for is about a third. So, do you have an input knob, and how is it marked, sir, for that compressor?
Really on this old M1000MP, I've just turned it down a little bit. It's probably more or less probably at the, I guess the 10 o'clock position there with your processor on.
Okay, so it's you don't have any sketchings on it. It has no numbers. It just is a pot that you adjust, Roger. Is that a Roger?
That's right. Yeah, it has no numbers on it. Let's see. This is the mic gain here. If I
turn it up there. That's the mic gain. To turn that back down, and I think this right here is the processor, turn it up as I'm talking to you.
All right, leave it right there. Leave the processor exactly where you have it, and let's go to your ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300, adjust your mic gain until your ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3.
All right, very good, very good. Let's see, 100, 200, 300, 100, 200, 300. That's probably about halfway, but definitely right in the middle, kind of toward the top of the LC, still adjusting it there. How's that?
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, you probably could leave your ALC meter out and just look at it as you talk over a period of time, for the next couple of weeks or so, and just look, you're going to have to look at something, so you might as well look at your ALC meter versus your power output meter or whatever, and pretty soon you'll develop a relationship between your voice and your ALC meter, and so, the ideal thing, again, is your ALC meter moving between mid-scale and 2/3. So we have that. If we could move to your equalization page. Roger.
Okay, I can try to get the equalization. Like I said, it's the old rig here, and that's probably getting into the menu of that, but I'm kind of mid-scale, kind of third scale, definitely with the ALC range.
Roger. You're kind of in the upper mids as far as your frequency response curve. That's why I was wanting to go to your equalization page, so we might flatten that curve out a little bit, broaden it out some. But if you get a chance and you find out if you do have an EQ page and where it is, we want to do a couple of clicks boost on the bottom end and a couple of clicks boost on the top end, and that will balance you out better than where you are. Roger.
Okay, well, I have to break out the old manual and see there, but I appreciate the comeback. Of course, your signal down here in Georgia sounded very excellent, and thanks to the signal report. So I'll have to get the manual out and figure out what all these other knobs are for you. I know it's got some menu stuff there. I'm just going to have to brush up on my skills and figure it out there. All right, let's get to the next station. Thank you very much, sir, for the signal report. This is KF4IRN, Richard in Georgia.
Roger, Richard, 73, sir. Merry Christmas, and, Happy New Year and all that stuff, and thanks for dropping by, and if you get a chance, join us next Friday. Merry Christmas, sir. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon QSO-VLOG net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Kilo Bravo 4, November.
November station, come back slowly, phonetically with the call sign.
Kilo Bravo 4, November. My name is Bill in Shepherdsville, Kentucky.
Roger, Bill in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. And Bill, what radio are you running, sir?
Nothing fancy, just an ICOM 718.
718, Roger. What is the age on that radio, just out of curiosity?
I'm sorry, I missed that. What'd you say?
Is that a new radio or an older radio?
It's a new radio, but it's one they've had for several years. I don't know, it's been around at least 10 years.
Ah, Roger that. That was just fine. It does have a compressor on it, Roger?
Yes, sir. Yes, it does.
Alrighty, if you'd be interested in fattening up that signal a little bit, it starts with the compressor engaged at a 3. Turn that compressor on and adjust the input level to a 3, Roger.
Roger, give me a second. Well, the compressor is on, but I'm not sure if I have to turn the radio off and go into that menu to change the setting to 3 or not.
I see. Can you see the input level? Does it have any kind of input level control?
Nothing on the screen, no. I can see my output's pretty high.
All right. Tell you what, just key it. Key up for about 3 or 4 seconds and don't say anything. And let me look at you, Roger. Yeah, that's fine. Just leave it right there. Okay, so let's now move to your ALC meter with mic gain in hand. And as you speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300, or 100, 100, 100, whichever comes first. And you do that rapid cadence to get that ALC meter up where you can see what it's doing. So with rapid cadence, 100, 200, 300, as you're looking at your ALC meter, adjust your mic level control until your ALC meter is running mid-scale to 2/3. Mid-scale to 2/3 on your ALC meter by way of mic gain control.
100, 200, 300. I think I have to go into the menu to adjust the mic gain. I can't change it from here.
Is that right? Yeah, they don't leave you anything to do manually, huh?
No, it's pretty basic. 100, 200, 300. It's running about full way. You said adjust it to 3/4?
Yes, sir. Mid-scale to 2/3. What you can do then is pull back off mic. Where are you? Like 3 inches now?
About 3 to 5. Yeah.
All right. So 5 inches off that mic, and let me hear you.
All right. Is that any better?
I think so. Until you can get to your mic gain to adjust it, you want to probably run about 5 inches, Roger.
Roger. I'm looking at it, and I can adjust it, but I've got to be inside the menu.
Roger. Well, if you wanted to do that, fine. If not, just pull off mic a little bit, Roger.
Roger. That's about 40. 100, 200, 300. That's set at about 40.
Yeah, it looks good. I would just leave it like that. Now, can you get to your EQ page?
I'm not sure there is an EQ on this thing. There's several small settings, but like I said, it is nothing fancy.
Yes, sir. Okay, let me give you some notes on EQ that you can take, and then if you do have an EQ, you can crank them in. You're pretty much upper mids now in your EQ curve, so what I would suggest is 2 clicks bass boost and 2 clicks top end boost. And that will fatten you up quite a bit. 2 clicks boost on the bass, plus 2 clicks boost on the treble. And you want to keep your mid-range, I'm assuming you have a 3-band EQ, you want to keep that mid-range flat, Roger?
Roger. 2 clicks on the bass, 2 clicks on the treble, and keep mid flat.
Yes, sir. Roger. And also, if you have an option there on your bandpass, we want to run that bandpass at 100 to 2900. Roger?
Roger. I'll have to look in the book for that, but I haven't seen anything like it. I've played with quite a few of the menus. Like I said, it's just pretty basic, and it just gets me out there.
Roger. Most all radios do have a bandpass adjustment, so look for it, and if you find one, you want to run it 100 to 2900 on the bandpass. Roger.
100 to 2900 on the bandpass. Roger.
Yes, sir. There's no reason to compromise. Anything other than 100 to 2900 starts to compromise the frequency response capabilities of the radio. So you want to keep it 100 to 2900. Well, Bill, I think you've got some notes there to work on, and crank those in if you get a chance. Join us next Friday. We air from 3:30 till 5 on this frequency, and we'd love to hear you, Roger.
Roger, I will do. I usually tune around if I'm working from home, and just happen to be off today, Christmas Eve. But Merry Christmas, and I thank you for your help.
Merry Christmas, Bill. 73, sir. This is the 2021 Christmas Eve QSO-VLOG network, and we are running towards 5 o'clock. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
WA4RB.
There's a W4 station. Come back slowly phonetically with the call sign.
Whiskey Alpha 4 Romeo Bravo.
Whiskey Alpha 4 Romeo Bravo, correct?
Roger.
And what's the name there, sir?
My name is RB. A-R-B-Y.
Roger, RB, and where you're located, sir?
I'm in Sebring, Florida.
Excellent signal. Excellent signal. No, that's Foreland, Roger.
Yes, Foreland.
I've got a regional map that I have not been using, but it has some LEDs laced around there, and I've got all of the regions ID'd with LEDs, and so I'm now blinking in Foreland for our QSO, Roger.
Roger, roger.
So, and what radio are you running there, Arby?
I'm running the FPDX 101 MP.
101, and what's the last part?
The FPDX 101 MP.
Roger, MP, Roger. Gosh, well, if you'd be interested in a setup procedure, we might review your settings. It starts with you engaging a compressor at a 3. It's really a token amount, something you'll never hear on the air, but it helps us towards going to develop our dynamic range. Roger?
Roger, roger. Well, I've been very satisfied the way the radio's been working. I just wanted to jump in and say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and good luck for this next year.
Yes, sir, Arby, I appreciate that. Just a note, though, your, dynamic range is the loudness, apparent loudness of a station. And an unprocessed station is usually running about 10 dB dynamic range, which means their average percent of peak modulation is somewhere around 30%. So as you condense the dynamic range to 3 dB, which is what our setup procedure does, you wind up with an 80 to 85% average peak modulation. Roger?
Roger, roger.
So I appreciate it, and Merry Christmas to you, sir. Have a great Christmas, and thanks for dropping by.
Roger, roger. 73 to you.
Yes, sir. 73 to you, sir. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon QSO-VLOG net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout. I'm copying somebody, Kilo 8 station, come back slowly, phonetically with your call sign. Okay, I got Cleveland. What I'd like to do is bring up my my Milford PA SDR and see if I can get a better copy on you there. What is the name there, sir?
What is the name there, sir?
The handle is Ralph, Roger, Abel, Love, Peter, Howe. I'm running a Yaesu FT950 that's 11 years old.
Yes, sir. I got a splendid copy on you on Milford, so you're looking to be about 15 over on Milford this afternoon, Roger?
15 over on Milford this afternoon, Roger.
Okay, thank you. I've had to set up, I'm using a Pro E Hero headset and vertical in the back, the 33-foot vertical.
Roger, Ralph. Okay, I'm getting quite a bit of noise, mouth noise, so what I would suggest is that you take that boom mic and run it straight out as far as you can get, straight out forward as far as you can get, and at the last minute make that 90. Run that boom mic as far out in front of you as you can, and then at the last minute make that 90-degree turn, Roger?
And then at the last minute make that 90-degree turn, Roger?
Okay, I do not have a boom med, it's a headset, Pro E, and I've got, you sound great in here. You're coming in 5x9 out of it looks like Michigan.
Yes, sir, but you do have a microphone and is on a boom. Is that a Roger?
You do have a microphone and is on a boom. Is that a Roger?
Negative. It's a headset. I'm running a headset.
Where's the microphone?
Where's the microphone?
Microphone is right out of the part of the headset. It's a Pro E. The microphone and headset's all one unit.
Roger, well, they call it a boom that comes out in front of your mouth, Roger?
The boom that comes out in front of your mouth, Roger?
It's to the side of the mouth.
Roger, well, same thing. It is the boom microphone. I was getting a lot of mouth noise. Does that come out forward, or is it back towards your ear?
Come out forward, or it back towards your ear.
The microphone is back towards the ear.
All right. Gosh, I would suggest getting some EQ going in there because it does sound like, it needs a little more definition to it because your mouth is off axis to the microphone. Since it's so far in back of your mouth, you need some EQ, top-end EQ to increase the intelligibility of your audio, Roger.
Increase the intelligibility of your audio, Roger.
Okay, will do. I'll go through the manual in the book and play with resetting some of the settings. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Jim.
Yes, sir. I would crank in about 3 clicks top-end EQ. 3 clicks additional treble EQ from where you are. 3 clicks boost, treble EQ from wherever you are, sir.
Where you are. 3 clicks boost, treble EQ from wherever you are, sir.
Okay, will do. I'll play with it. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Yes, sir. And I would also double-check my ALC level to be sure I'm running mid-scale to 2/3. Sound like you might be just a little fat going into your ALC, little hard going into your ALC, so your dynamic range is crunched down where you may need a little more. Yeah, usually we're doing just the opposite of this as far as dynamic range. You're about 2 dB dynamic range where we'll be looking for more 3 dB, so you might back off your mic level just a tad, Roger.
Off your mic level, just a tad, Roger.
A little bit. I'm now at 82 and I see the ALC towards the 3/4 to a half.
Check. 1, 2.
Yes, sir. That's it right there. You sound so much better. I think words have to breathe, and so they do need a little bit of dynamic range to be perceived as words. And if you get too hot level, these words start to blur, and you have defeated your purpose as far as people understanding what you're saying. They can hear you, but it's more difficult to understand. So we're looking for about a 3 dB dynamic range, which is interpolates to the ALC running mid-scale to 2/3 and your compressor at a 3.
Okay, thank you, Jim. I got it cut back. And again, I'll catch you again on a Friday. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. You won't believe how much better that sounds. Well, you could if you would be interested in hearing your audio. If you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, that's Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook. That's KC9VKV logbook, and that will take you to our QSO-VLOG page, where we are currently featuring 1,950 some odd QSOs. This will be cut number 1. Roger?
Roger on that, 73.
Roger, Ralph, 73, sir. Have a great afternoon. Merry Christmas. This is the 2021 Christmas Eve QSO-VLOG Network broadcast. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Whiskey 2, Romeo Lima Sierra.
There's a Whiskey 2 station. Come back slowly phonetically with the call sign.
Whiskey 2, Romeo Lima Sierra. Bob, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, Alabama. Roger?
Roger, Bob. Okay, and what radio are you running, sir?
Okay, I'm running an older 991, and I'm running about 300 watts on an old AL80A amplifier, Roger.
All right, Bob, Milford has kicked me off again. Let me see if I can get back onto Milford PA SDR, which is one of my go-to SDRs. It does such a beautiful job, particularly your way. Let's see. Yes, we're back up now. Alrighty, if you could, Bob, tell me the best thing you like about your 991.
91.
The noise in that down. I've been having trouble with the mic. I taken it apart and we got it soldered up. It kept breaking up on me, and for a while there I thought it might have been in the amp because these 2 units haven't been on for a couple of years. And hopefully, going through the book here, I've got her halfway tuned up. I'm running a hand mic with her. and an old dipole. Well, it's not that old, but it's a few years old. It's on the Hustler 4.5, I think they call it. And I thought I was having a lot of trouble with that, and I was, and I redid everything on it, and hopefully at least it's getting out, Roger.
Roger, I'm copying you on my local dipole antenna versus, copying you on Milford. Right now I'm trying to bring up, I was thinking maybe Atlanta, Georgia might be a good shot. Let me see what I can do here. Trying to get my my notepad to come up. Okay, and let me just see here. Let me try Simmons Island, Georgia. We'll see how they're doing. This won't take but a second, and I'll probably have a much better copy on you. Okay, and let's see here. Just a little bit more audio and gain up. All right, and so I've got Georgia up there. Ralph, let me see if I got a better copy on you in Georgia. Still copying you best on my local antenna. So I've noticed that your EQ curve is fairly well in the bottom side. Maybe we need a little more top-end EQ. If you have access to your equalization page.
Roger.
All right, you might check your frequency. I think you might have bumped your frequency VFO. We're on 7188 0000. 7188 0000.
Roger, I did bump it. I just looked down. Yes, I did bump it. You're right.
Yes, sir. It sounds a lot better now. Okay, so if you have access to your EQ page, we want to go +2 clicks, treble boost, EQ from where you are, +2 treble EQ boost from where you are.
Roger. Let me see here. Hold on for 2 seconds here. Yeah, okay. Are we doing any better?
All right, I think so. Do you got that EQ cranked in that we asked for, 2 + 2 on the treble EQ?
I'm running some processor on it. Will that do anything to it?
Is that outboard processing or internal?
It's basically internal.
Yes, sir. Well, what we want to do is get that compressor processor engaged and add a 3. Compressor on and add a 3. That's the beginning of our setup, Roger.
Hey, Roger, if you bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, we're down just about a 3 now.
Okay, Mother Nature's kind of cut back just a little bit. We're waiting for that signal to come up, Roger.
Hey, Roger. Is there any difference in it now?
Signal's down too far to be able to tell. I need a little bit more signal to be able to tell what we got there, Roger.
Okay, Roger.
Right there, Roger.
Today's not quite a good day either. Let me...
Yeah, I'm copying you everywhere on my SDRs, but just not very much. That's the problem. I need a little bit better signal. I'm running with 4 internet SDR receivers plus 3 10-foot vertical mag loops on my base station, and I still just, right now Mother Nature is kind of backed off on the propagation, Roger.
Hey, Roger, what's your QTH?
We're up near Louisville, Kentucky. We're on the Indiana side of the Ohio River, right next to Louisville, Kentucky. Roger?
Hey, Roger, you're doing a beautiful job.
Okay, Roger.
Job coming in here. Let's say, it's just like you're sitting right next to me. I am just out that way towards you because
Like I said, I've been having trouble with it on and off. I'm running only just about 300 and I'd say about 350 watts roughly, Roger.
Roger, now I got a pretty good copy on your signal that time. So if you have your compressor on at a 3, let's move on to your ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you speak fairly rapidly, I want you to adjust your mic gain until your ALC is showing mid-scale to 2/3. Mid-scale to 2/3 on your ALC by way of mic gain manipulation. Roger?
Mic gain manipulation, Roger.
Roger. Okay, we're going down. Yep, Pablo, 1, 2, 3, right about there.
Roger. Okay, I think we got it there. Why don't you tell me in about 10 or 20 seconds the thing you like best about your radio?
Well, about it, I personally think for the age and everything and what I can do with it, it's pretty decent, but it's been going.
Frequencies in use, please.
And it's a little rough, I'll tell you. To get it exactly where I thought it should be, I was off quite a bit there on those 2 items that you talked to me about, Roger.
Yes, Roger. Okay, now, if you have the chance, I would crank in 2 more clicks, treble EQ. We need just a little more articulation on your audio. So if you could go to your EQ page and crank 2 clicks more additional treble EQ.
All right, we went up the 2 clicks. Is that any better?
Okay, this is 2 clicks in addition to the original 2 clicks, Roger?
Roger.
Yes, sir. I think you're a lot more articulated now, and that's what you needed to clarify your audio. You know, just a little edge on your audio to help the articulation aspects. Roger?
Hey, Roger. Well, it sounds like I'm getting there, I guess. I did go through the book, like I said, quite extensively.
Please.
This was given to me a few years back, and I really never had it on. And I did finally get it on, and sometimes I could do pretty good talking with some of the people. I know it's not going to get out that far. Running 350 watts, but they're telling me to hear me halfway decent. That's the main thing.
Yes, sure, Ralph. I think you'll be happy with your setup now. If you get a chance, maybe next Friday, give me a shout, and we'll see. What we got. Maybe we'll have a little bit better propagation. Roger.
Roger. Well, I sure appreciate it very, very much. I hope that you have a good holiday and the best wishes to everyone for Christmas and for New Year's. And we will definitely try to give you a shot. I may be out of town. But if I'm in there, I will give you a shot. If not, the next time I hear you, I do have a 10 DX next to me. That's on a separate amplifier, also low one. I'm not keen on, I can go up to the 500 on one, and the 350 the one I'm on now, if I wanted to change the wiring in the back and go to my 220 line, she will bring it up. But I think 350, 400 is just enough to get me over the noise. If you can hear me within the area, I guess that's where I'm the happiest, Roger.
Roger. Well, it's a good beginning, Ralph. And what mic are you running, sir?
Pardon?
What mic are you running?
The one that came with the gate is just a handheld. It's the one that came with it. I do have a desk mic. I think I can switch over to the desk mic. You're going to stop it.
All right, Mark. I'm sorry, Ralph. What I would suggest then is take that hand mic, pull it to the corner of your lips, where it actually touches the corner of your lips, and talk across it. Pull that hand mic to the corner of your lips and talk across it. And actually touch your lips with that mic and talk across it. That will keep it from making any mouth noises, plosives, and stuff like that. Is that a Roger, Ralph? I'm not copying you. Maybe not, you may have it pulled back too far. Move it forward just a little bit more forward than where you are.
Okay, how about right there? I'm sorry, I dropped the mic. I got it back, but I was trying what you were telling me.
Stand by, please. Frequencies in use.
But I didn't know if I was getting out there.
Yes, sir, you are now, and sounding good. So that's it. Keep it right towards the corner of your mouth, and that will prevent any mouth noises, Roger.
Roger. Okay, I sure appreciate your time and that. Believe me, at least I got some of this straightened out, and I'm happy with it, like I said. Working the way it's working, running low wattage here. I do enjoy running about 60 watts going into the amplifier, and everything seems to be pretty good so far, what you told me.
Yes, sir, Ralph. Well, I think we got it, sir. Let me say 73 to you. Merry Christmas. And again, if you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube, do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook. That's KC9VKV logbook on a YouTube search. That will take you to our QSO-VLOG page, and this recording will be cut number 1 of 1950 some odd QSO-VLOGs. 73, Ralph.
QSO-VLOGs. 73, Ralph.
Okay, Roger, thank you very much, and I do appreciate it. Have yourself fun, and we'll be through with you.
Yankees Golf, Charlie.
And with that, gosh, we're 2 minutes past 5, so that's our time. We've got to get out of here. We appreciate everybody, and Merry Christmas to everybody. This has been the 2021 Christmas Eve QSO-VLOG Network broadcast. We've enjoyed it. Hope you have. And if you have, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. That's on a YouTube search, KC9VKV logbook. So we've got to get out of here now. We'll say 73 to everyone. This is KC9VKV returning the frequency back to normal amateur radio use. This is KC9VKV clear.